Welcome to the show, guys. Got an exciting one here for you. Happy Friday. Today we're talking about count them, five players that are set to boom and absolutely explode for fantasy football 2024. We're talking guys that are in absolute minimal committees, a little bit of competition to no competition, and their path to massive fantasy production is clear. So, guys, I'm super excited to talk fantasy football. It's back, man. We're almost in June now. It is almost that time. So, five players that are absolutely going to boom, minimal committee, ready to dive into it. Before I do, guys, it's very important. You smash it, you tap it, you slap it, you hit the thumbs up, show your passion, show the lion mentality, and drop a comment below. Drop a player that's got that boom upside. We're talking boom upside. Who's got it? Drop a name below. Love to get your feedback. And let me know who you absolutely love this year that's got that clear path with minimal committee. And we're in a league right now where there's committees everywhere, right? Now, even if you look at the Steelers, man, there's committees there. You've got Russell Wilson, you got Justin Fields. And I bet you those guys are going to be doing a lot of stuff together where, you know, Russell Wilson comes off the field and Fields comes onto the field. Fields comes onto the field. There you go. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. So there's going to be quarterbacks by committees now. There's wide receivers by committees, running backs by committees. It's crazy. So these guys have a clear path. So let me know in the comments who you love. Love to get your feedback. Smash it, tap it, slap it. Also, guys, major announcement. If you guys are living under a rock, you haven't heard yet, I'm hosting the first ever and only Fantasy Sports Summit. It's a virtual online conference, all done online, where you get to hang out with NFL athletes. You get a chance to ask them questions. You're entered for a PS5 giveaway. I'm doing the perfect mock draft, or as close as you can get to a perfect mock draft, online. We're going to show you guys the perfect mock draft, and I've got a surprise at the actual summit. So, guys, get your tickets below, and also grab 16-round drafts, which are going to put your light years out of the competition. And I'm telling you guys, this is the game changer. Scrap the draft kits, scrap the consensus rankings. They won't help you. Get the solution 16 rounds, okay? Let's get to it here, guys. Guys that have boom upside that are absolutely going to take off, literally, for fantasy football 2024. Some obvious names here. I got a surprise here for you as well. A surprise name, that guy at number 3. It's going to be a bit of a shock, but these guys are amazing. Now, it's not so obvious as well, because if I give you the first guy, let's talk about the first guy, Bijan Robinson, right? I give you him, and it's like, okay, well, there's so many other options in the first round you could draft. He's the one that stands out to me as the guy with the clearest path. We got question marks with Justin Jefferson, for example, rookie quarterback, okay? We got question marks about other players in this round. See, Christian McCaffrey, older, coming off a pinnacle year, coming off a Super Bowl hangover. So I got so many question marks with certain players. These guys stand out to me. So they're obvious, but not so obvious, okay? But let's talk about it. Let's dive into the reasoning, because there's reasoning why I believe these guys have a clear path. So first and foremost, Bijan Robinson. By the way, that is how you pronounce his name. Bi as in bi-weekly, B-I. Jan as in Rand, J-A-N, Bijan. Anyone pronouncing it Bijan is wrong, okay? Completely. So, because I know I get new people listening to the channel, and it's like, okay, well, he's pronouncing his name wrong. No, I'm the only one pronouncing it right, okay? So Bijan Robinson, RB3 this year. Let's talk about why I love him so much and why his path is so clear to succeed. And I got a story with you guys on a dynasty draft I'm doing. I want to share this insane trade I did. I just shared it on my IG. If you guys aren't following on Insta, go follow on Insta, #1 fantasy football podcast and Instagram page. Go follow at Fantasy Football Counselor. I just did this dynasty trade, which is insane. I'm going to tell you guys in a moment, you know, as I get through this list here. But Bijan's the guy that I kept, and I traded Breece Hall, which we'll talk about in a second, okay? But why do I love Bijan so much, okay? This guy had 214 attempts, 976 yards, 4.6 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns last year, and he was untouched in the NFL draft. They drafted Jace McClellan, round 6, not going to be a threat in regards to production with Bijan this year. They've got Algier there, who sucks. This guy averaged 3.7 yards per carry, 186 attempts. Arthur Smith was the offensive coordinator and completely destroyed Bijan's rookie season, okay? Literally destroyed it. 186 attempts, had no business going to Algier. I see Algier getting about 100 attempts this year. It's all going to go over to Robinson this year. And I went back and I actually watched footage from last year, okay? I watched his tape. Dude, this guy is explosive. He is elusive. He makes amazing Matrix-like catches that are just phenomenal, okay? He looks great on tape. Knock on wood, barring any injury, this guy is the best running back in the game, okay? He's got everything, and he's got a clear path to fantasy success. Finishes a top 10 back last year with being hindered by Arthur Smith. They brought in Zach Robinson, new offensive coordinator, and he was the assistant coach to the Rams, and that's when they won the Super Bowl. So Zach Robinson, he's going to do some good things with them. They believe in Bijan Robinson. It's funny. But the new offensive coordinator is going to feed Bijan. Dude, I'm over the moon excited about this. You guys should be too. And barring any injury, he's going to get a lot of food. He's going to get fed. We're talking fantasy points, not like the real food, okay? Love him, okay? Let's move on here. Number 2, a guy that's going to boom. Boom upside, clear path, zero competition. Let's talk about him. Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, let's talk about 160 targets. 160 targets, that's when Kyler Murray was feeding Hopkins in 2020. So I don't have much to go off because Kyler's been hurt the past 3 years, and they haven't really had like an amazing wide receiver 1. Harrison is finally it. He's sitting as wide receiver 12 amongst wide receivers in fantasy rankings in PPR. Literally no competition. And this guy's got amazing hands, soft hands, like he can catch the ball, not like soft as in like, you know, baby soft. We're talking like amazing hands, not brick for hands, right? Amazing hands, great versatile route runner, great vision, 50-50 balls. He comes down with them. Red zone target. He can do it all. Okay. He's the most polished receiver out of the 2024 draft. Amazing talent. And literally, guys, zero competition. I love Trey Benson. I think I know he's going to be the RB1 on this team. He's going to get some work. Trey McBride's going to get work. But literally, there's nobody there. They got Mike Wilson. They got Zay Jones. That's it. Other than that, man, this guy is primed. I will tell you, though, he is expensive. He's coming off in the second round, understandably so. But you got to understand, man, he's such a polished wide receiver. And he's so talented. And he's going to an offense where he's the clear-cut one. That is so important. I'm not shy to draft. I know Tim the Ball guy was saying, you know, Kyler Murray's not that good, this and that. I get it. But we're talking Marvin Harrison Jr. He's so good in college. How that's going to translate in the NFL, still a question mark. So, you know, it is what it is. He's expensive, but the path to succeed and the absolute boom upside is through the roof. Love him, okay? Kyler's got to stay healthy and he's got to feed him, but he's the only guy to feed. Michael Wilson, and Zay Jones is not it, okay? Number 3. Now, let's talk. This is one I did a deep dive in analytics. I want you to listen to this one. This is a very important one, and it's going to throw some people off a little bit, but that's good. I want to throw people off. Before I get into this one, I want to tell you, last year, everybody thought I was crazy with Sam Laporta. I said Sam Laporta is a top 5 tight end. You don't need anybody else. This guy has got a clear path. I looked at the volume, looked at the opportunity, looked at the talent around him. And I saw that Laporta was going to crush it. People were like, you're crazy. How is he going to beat out guys like Kelsey and some of these other tight ends? I'm like, dude, you got to look at the situation, okay? So the next guy I'm talking about is Keon Coleman. Now let's go back to what I said earlier about this trade. I did a trade where this guy had Tajay Spears and Keon Coleman, and I had Breece Hall and Jerry Jeudy. And I said to him, man, dude, I really want Keon Coleman. Initially, I made a trade for Brian Thomas Jr., straight for Keon, which I like both, but I'm just feeling Keon Coleman right now. I don't know. Don't ask. But I was like, okay, he passed on that. He has Josh Allen and he had Keon. So he didn't want to ruin his stack. This is a dynasty league, by the way. And it's a super flex. Okay. So I really want Keon Coleman. I already got Bijan. So in this league, instead of going quarterback heavy, I went running back heavy. I got Breece and I got Bijan. So I'm looking at these 2 ace running backs. I also got Zamir White. I got a bunch of depth at running back. I'm good. Okay. So I wanted to boost up my wide receivers a little bit. And I really believe in Keon Coleman. So I made a trade in my dynasty league. I went not Bijan. Now I'm actually calling him Bijan. Sorry, Breece Hall and Jerry Jeudy. This trade really messed me up. No, I went Breece Hall and my Breece Hall and my Jerry Jeudy for his Keon Coleman and Tajay Spears. And here's how I look at it. And here's why I did this, okay? And by the way, next player that's actually going to boom is Keon Coleman, but I'm sharing the story with you, okay? And let me know in the comments what you guys think. Am I crazy for this? Love to get your feedback, okay? So here's the deal. I really believe Keon Coleman is going to be a top 5, top 10 wide receiver. Here's why, okay? He's currently sitting which is crazy, which is ludicrous. He's sitting at wide receiver 50. This is why copy and paste doesn't work. This guy was drafted 33 overall, first overall pick in the second round, okay? The Bills believe in him. Josh Allen believes in him. Check these stats out, okay? 160 freed up targets with Diggs gone last year, plus 81 targets with Gabe Davis. They're both gone. 15 touchdowns combined between two of them. Gone. They've got nobody else. They got Khalil Shakir. That's it. There's nobody else. You're telling me who else is there? Curtis Samuel? Like, dude, these guys suck, especially Curtis Samuel. He's one of the worst wide receivers in the NFL, okay? Keon Coleman's a clear one, so I'm not even concerned about that because people will tell me, oh, Curtis Samuel. No, sucks. Trash, okay? Let me give you some more stats here. Stephon Diggs, his targets the past 4 years, going back 4 years ago, 166, 165, 154, and 160 last year. This is Diggs' targets, okay? He had over 1,100 receiving yards in those 4 years. Josh Allen, I'm diving into more stats, was 5th in passing attempts last year with 579. So yes, he rushes a lot, but he also passes a lot. Who's going to catch the balls? We got over 200 plus attempts freed up with Diggs and Davis gone. It's going to be Keon Coleman. I love Keon Coleman. Now, going back to that trade, why Tajay Spears? Because Tajay Spears, 280 attempts have freed up with Derrick Henry gone. Okay, Derrick Henry is gone. Okay, he's the RB1. He's the replacement. Pollard sucks. Pollard is an accessory and was brought in for depth. He's not going to touch the ball. It's going to be a Tajay Spears show, okay? But either way, I'm getting a top 10 wide receiver. I think Keon Coleman can actually outproduce Marvin Harrison Jr. and Justin Jefferson this year. That's not bold. That's actual facts. Keon Coleman is the best wide receiver out of this draft class potentially. He's got a great quarterback. Josh Allen is better than, you can't debate that Josh Allen is better than Kyler Murray. You can't debate that Josh Allen is better than J.J. McCarthy. You cannot deny that. And now he's coming off, and Keon Coleman's coming off round 7 to 9. Ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous, but I love it because I see this. You guys see it to listen to the channel, and you're like, dude, I'm all over it. So going back to Boom Upside, as my number 3 player here, Keon Coleman, love him, love the upside, love the talent, love the opportunity, love the quarterback, love the volume that's voided out now. There's all this freed up vacuum of like attempts. It's going to be crazy, dude. Love him. Love him. And in my regular season long, dude, I'm going to be I won't even say it, but I'm going to be in a big money draft soon. Dude, I'm taking Keon Coleman, man. Without a doubt. Love him, okay? So let's go. Number 4 here, which goes to my argument, Breece Hall, okay? Yes, I have a little bit of seller's remorse in this case, but Breece Hall is my number 4, clear path to absolute success. Love him. He's RB2 right now amongst running backs here. Again, Keon Coleman, wide receiver 50. That's crazy. But Breece Hall, love him. 4.5 yards per carry last year. Only 5 touchdowns, 223 attempts, just under 1,000 yards, 4 receiving touchdowns on top of that. Dalvin Cook was brought in last year. I don't know why. I told you that was a waste of money, right? They paid him like, I don't know, $8 million last year to warm the bench. That's just wasting money. It's sad that we live in a world where this happens, but it is what it is. He only had 67 attempts last year, did Dalvin Cook, averaged 3.2 yards per carry. He sucked. I told you he would suck. Breece Hall was eased in a little bit. He had remember he had that big run last year and he kind of got tired at the end. Dude, he's going to be 100% this year. He's 2 years removed from his knee injury. He's good to go. Love him. Now you're saying, well, Joe, why did you trade him? Well, I explained it because I already have Bijan. I've got other wide receivers, other running backs. I'm good. I really believe in Keon Coleman. I believe in Tajay Spears. And, I'm just like, you know what? I like to be bold. I like to take risks like that, but calculated risks, okay? But going back, I still love Breece Hall. I still think he's going to be amazing. I think he's ultra explosive. Now, if you ask me, Bijan or Breece, I love them both. It's literally a coin toss, but obviously I didn't put Bijan up for trade. So it's like, okay, I lean a little bit towards Bijan. That being said, it's a coin toss. You can go either way. Breece Hall is absolutely amazing. I love him too. And he's got a clear path. Boom, upside. Whew, he's going to explode, okay? Last one is a quarterback. Again, before I get into this guy, this last guy, make sure you guys do grab a ticket to the Summit, Fantasy Sports Summit virtual conference. We're going to have Trey Benson there. We're going to have Tajay Spears there. We're going to have Pat Fryermuth there, Kyron Williams. It's going to be amazing. And also grab the 16-round draft solution. If you don't secure the solution, you're not going to secure the championship because you're going off copy and paste BS, okay? Remember, last year they told you, the mainstream rankings had Dalvin Cook round 5. They had J.K. Dobbins round 4. They had Austin Eckler round 1. They had Tony Pollard round 1. They had Mike Williams round 5. They had Sam Laporta ranked 21 amongst tight ends. Ludicrous, guys. It's not how you're gonna win your leagues. You got to think outside the box. You got to know who the optimal players are. 16 rounds. I do that for you. Video training, printable cheat sheet that I update up until the season starts. Put your light shoes out of the competition. Grab 16 rounds, guys. You'll never, ever look back, okay? I do all the work. It's going to be amazing. Last guy here, let's go to it, is CJ Stroud. Let's talk about some numbers here. And this guy, I mean, I love him. And the cool thing about it is that you can get him round 3, which is relatively expensive to a 12-person league. Or you could just wait and get some value, quarterbacks later, and you'll still be good. But this guy's got so much upside. Okay, let's go over some numbers here. 499 attempts passing last year in his rookie year. Put him 14th amongst quarterbacks. Not bad. 8th in passing yards. 8th in passing yards with 4,108. Not bad. Listen to this. 23 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Now, here's the crazy thing. The touchdowns could be higher. He was 13th in touchdowns, passing touchdowns, okay? But only 5 interceptions. Dude, Josh Allen threw 18 interceptions. He made up for, if your league negatively scores interceptions, CJ Stroud's going to be amazing. And Allen made up for, those interceptions, obviously with rushing touchdowns, etc., right? Jalen Hurts, 15 interceptions. Pat Mahomes, 14 interceptions, okay? Goff, who's a relatively efficient quarterback, 12 interceptions, okay? Stroud is efficient. He's good. He can run it. I think he ran in like 3 rushing touchdowns. He's not going to give you 15 rushing touchdowns, but that's okay because you're going to get an efficient pocket passer that's got all the weapons in the world right now. He's amazing. They just paid Diggs huge 3 years, $72 million. It's crazy. They got young dynamic Tank Dell. They've got Stephon Diggs. Dude, this is going to be a good offense, arguably one of, if not the best offenses. As CJ Stroud is settled in, he's going to be good. He's going to be solid. He finished 9th in fantasy points last year. That's going to go up. Dude, he is safe. He's got the upside. He is going to absolutely boom. He's got that boom upside, top 3 potential finish as quarterback. I love him. I love the character. I love the talent. I love everything about the guy. He's great. So he's going to be amazing, okay? Well, you're saying, Joel, it's obvious, we know this, but no, because there's other options. Like, if you ask me, would you rather go CJ Stroud or Hurts? I'm going Stroud. I feel more comfortable with him around 3 to 4. So it's not that obvious. I like him more than Josh Allen. Well, Joe, how do you like him more than Josh Allen? You like Keon Coleman. Well, again, going back to the interceptions, and I just feel Stroud has a little more upside. I think you're good either way. I like Allen as well. But I just like Stroud a little bit more. The youth, a little more upside, excited offense. It's going to be exciting. I think his weapons are a little better. I think they only have Keon Coleman, right? So it is what it is. But that's what I mean. Keon Coleman's going to be force-fed, all right? So 5 players, boom upside. Love them. Must have them. Guys, draft these guys, okay? You guys are going to be very, very happy. Don't overpay for Keon Coleman if you don't have to. I think his ADP, I know his ADP is going to start shooting up. As of right now, round 7 to 9, give or take, typically round 8, depending on how many people in your league. But love Keon Coleman. Love these guys. Make sure you guys have these guys on your roster. Boom upside, all right? Subscribe, thumbs up, grab 16 rounds right now. You guys will be very happy. Listen, I appreciate you. Drop a comment below. Let me know who you love this year. And smash it, tap it, slap it. Have yourself a great day, guys, and I'll keep the content rolling with you daily. We'll talk soon, guys. I'm out.